The rape survivor from Balia has levelled fresh allegations against BSP leader Atul Rai, claiming that he has been issuing threats to her from the jail. The BSP Neta, who won the Lok Sabha elections from the Ghosi constituency, was accused of raping the Varanasi college student earlier this year. Now, the survivor has released a video alleging that the BSP Neta threatened her and her family and told her that she will meet the same fate as the Unnao victim. Now, the woman has lodged a case in May alleging that Atul Rai called her home to meet his wife and then allegedly sexually exploited her. Let me go across to my colleague Prashant joining me on the phone line, getting us further updates on this entire case. Prashant, this is very serious. The fact that the woman has now come out, she has alleged, put out a video very clearly saying that this BSP MLA, who's right now in jail, has been issuing threat to her. Can you take us through the details of what she has said?
Well, Apurva, you see, first of all, what has happened in this case is absolutely shocking because during the entire election campaign also, Atul Rai was someone who was not even there in the field, but despite that, he won the elections based on caste arithmetic and the kind of votes that he got. Even when the MPs were being sworn in the parliament, he was nowhere there. He was completely underground. It was only after some strict measures were taken at his home that he finally surrendered and he was then arrested. But now the survivor has come out, the victim has come out and has leveled serious allegations against this particular MP who is in the jail right now. But the victim says that using his clout, using his political power, he is trying to intimidate her. And the way in which he has been calling incessantly his family members is something that needs to be taken care of, because the victim says that she is being threatened that she will also be the same fate as of the Unnao survivor. So clearly this is something that is happening in the state of Uttar Pradesh at a time when the UP police would want you to believe that things are, certainly all right. But this exactly is what the reality is. Now, she's not the first one. Even as we speak, Apurva, nothing has been done in the Chinmay Anand case. It's been close to a month now when
Absolutely.
the victim came out and alleged that she was allegedly gang raped for days altogether. But not even a formal FIR has been filed. But according to CRPC, even if a girl comes out and makes some allegations, the first thing that needs to be done is a filing of FIR. But even that hasn't been done. The latest, of course, is that he has been questioned, but no FIR has been registered yet. But Atul Rai continues to use his political clout and intimidate and harass the victim despite the fact that he is in jail.
Absolutely. As you rightly pointed out, Prashant, he continues to use his political clout. The fact that, has there any statements so far come from the BSP, because he continues to be a part of the party, isn't it?
Well, he not only continues to be the part of the BSP, but he is an honorable BSP member of parliament, and that tells you the entire story. We have not heard anything from the Bahujan Samaj party as yet, and we are waiting for a statement from their side. But the very fact that someone who is in jail can, intimidate the victim tells you the entire story, isn't it? Because the person is in jail. I mean, one wonders how he gets access to the forms and everything that he's using for that. So clearly the questions are not only being raised on his app, but also...
All right, Prashant, request you to stay with us at this point. Let me quickly get in a word here. Subhashini Ali, activist, also joining us on this broadcast. Subhashini, many thanks for speaking to us this morning. It is very unfortunate what we are looking at. This is a man who's been accused of rape. He's in jail and he is managing to threaten the victim. This is where it has reached to. The victim is now forced to come out and say how she has been time and again threatened by this particular man who enjoys a political clout as well.
Okay, yeah. See, first of all, I am a member of the CPIM Politburo. I'm just not an activist. Anyway, that apart, the point is this is a real reflection, first of all, of the criminalization of politics in Uttar Pradesh, which has infected most of the mainstream political parties there. And expecting parties to go against their own leaders, it has become a little bit, unreal now. Anyway, the other point which is more important is the impunity that criminals with political clout enjoy in jails of Uttar Pradesh. In two cases, we've already seen that the Supreme Court has had to intervene for one victim who is in the hospital in Delhi and for another victim who is taking on a very, very powerful ex-minister of the BJP. And in both these cases, we are seeing that the state government protects these rapists and alleged rapists to the hilt. Now we are seeing that they're even ready to protect an alleged rapist belonging to another political party. So that tells you a lot about the kind of political culture of Uttar Pradesh today. I wonder how many people the Supreme Court is eventually going to have to intervene to save from the clutches of these criminals and who are being abetted and aided by the UP government.
Absolutely, Ms. Ali. There's also a larger point that you mentioned. This is not the first instance coming to light, but this is a larger problem that we're looking at, because imagine this is a man who's in jail, who has the audacity to threaten the victim and say that you're going to meet the same fate as the Unnao survivor. Do you think with these kind of statements, with this mentality and the fact that there is no fear of law and order, will victims really come out when they have to put a complaint against such powerful, high and mighty?
No law and order in Uttar Pradesh. It's only in the advertisements being issued regularly by the Chief Minister and the government. There is no law and order. If you are powerful, if you enjoy protection, even if you belong to the opposition, the government will go all out to protect you. This is the amazing thing that people have to understand, that this is a government of criminals, by criminals, for criminals.
Absolutely. And Ms. Ali, there's a larger point here to be mentioned as well. The fact that there is no statement really coming in from the political party. There's no statement coming in from the BSP. More importantly, there's no action really taken from the BSP. Does that also speak volumes about the fact that he continues to enjoy that political clout and manages to threaten victim in this way?
Yes, yes, all the political clout. BSP in the past, I must say, Mayawati ji used to take very strong objection and action against people accused of rape, etc. This has happened with her own party people. But this time there is a complete silence. I don't know the reason behind it, but I'm not here to defend any political party. The point is, this is a picture of Uttar Pradesh that people should realize that here's a state being ruled by a chief minister who has been given a kind of title of the best performing chief minister in India, and people should really question what is going on in Uttar Pradesh. It is a hellhole today for women.
All right, Ms. Subhashini Ali, many thanks for speaking to us and sharing your perspective on this entire case. It is very shocking to say the least. Let me quickly go across to Mr. Rayal Banerjee, former DGP UP, also joining us on this broadcast. Good morning, Mr. Banerjee. This is very shocking what we're looking at, but not the first time that a victim has come out alleging that she's been threatened by the people in power. And in this particular case, this is a man, a BSP MP, who's currently in jail. He had surrendered on charges of rape. He is allegedly now threatening the victim, very clearly saying that she's going to meet the same fate as the Unnao survivor.
Now, this is terrible. However, this man is not in power. He is in the BSP, which is not in power in this state or anywhere else. He's empowered definitely to the extent that he's a member of parliament and he's inside the jail. So this particular threat that this victim has said that she's been subjected to should be taken up as a complaint by the police, or an FIR should be registered, and it should be probed as to whether this man is actually setting her from inside the jail or not. And moreover, because it is a matter as far as a member of parliament is concerned, I don't know whether a charge sheet has been submitted or not. But if a charge sheet has been submitted, it's high time the government, and it should be going to a special court where MPs and MLAs are tried. The government can always ask for a speedy trial, for a fast court track trial, and also request the High Court or any other court to supervise the trial. Like what's happening in the Unnao trial in Delhi. Similarly, this can also take place, because here is a victim who's claiming that she's being subjected to harassment, subjected to threats, etc.
So, Mr. Banerjee, in your opinion, in this particular case, what do you think should be done next on the part of the police? Should they be now putting additional security? Because she has also alleged that his aides have been time and again threatening the family, following the family, intimidating the family.
Yes. You see, the point is now that she is claiming a particular thing. She's come out with this. Her statement should be taken by the local police, and they should make an assessment. In fact, in the case of every protectee, an assessment is made by the district administration as to what kind of protection is required, and that protection should be immediately given to her. Plus, also the state government must think in terms of taking it up at a state level and deciding whether the security should be upgraded or not, and what other steps with regard to the family, the protection, and other things can be taken.
All right. Mr. Real Banerjee, many thanks for joining us and sharing your perspective on this entire case.